Junior hockey for us is to get the kids that are athletically, have the ability to move on to the next level. And, kids that have the aspirations of playing college hockey, there's high school hockey, there's prep school hockey. Junior hockey offers the opportunity for kids to get a little bit more on-ice development from a longer season, running from September to March, to get the full benefits of having the opportunity to develop their skill set and get on to the next level.
Dan Fontes is the head coach of the New England Stars hockey team. Coach Fontes and the New England Stars are members of the Super Elite Division of the International Junior Hockey League, and that is the topic of this edition of the Educational Forum. Hello, I'm Diane Sullivan, your host for this show, produced by the Massachusetts School of Law at Andover. The International Junior Hockey League was established in 2006 and is committed to providing its members the opportunity to enhance each player academically, socially, and athletically. The IJHL also promotes the vision of a student athlete that prepares the student for life beyond the game of hockey. The New England Stars, the Cape Cod Cubs, and the Boston Blackhawks are just a few of the teams in the league. Each coach is responsible for scouting and recruiting his own players. Just what skills are these coaches looking for? Coach Brian Bova explains.
I think one of the first things that jumps out is skating ability. If you can't really skate at a good level, it's hard to compete. I think skating ability. But it all depends on what you're looking for as a team. If you lose, two of your leading goal scorers, you're looking for more of a finesse player.
Sure.
If you lost a stay-at-home defenseman, you're looking for kind of a defenseman that you're grinding type. Skating ability, I would say ice presence. Kind of, if I'd watch him one shift. If I said, "Wow, this is a great shift," then 2 or 3 shifts later, I said, "Where has he been?" He hasn't stuck out to me. That's kind of another thing. Mm-hmm. And I tell the guys this every once in a while too, when I'd be making recruiting calls to the coaches, to the high school and the junior coaches, the first question I'd always ask is what kind of a person is he? What kind of kid is he? Mm-hmm. Because like I was saying before, there are so many players out there. If he's got a bad attitude, if he shows up late, once a week, we're just not gonna waste our time. Right. Because there's another kid out there who's got a great attitude and very coachable. They would love to be in this position. So, and I know every other college coach is the same way because they don't want their team to be disrupted by something negative.
Our roster consists of 25 players. We carry 22 skaters and we have 3 goaltenders. About 15 kids are out of high school. That are either taking part-time community classes and continuing their athletic ability as well, and then the rest of the kids are currently either in their senior or junior years of high school.
25 young men. Wow, my hat's off to you. How do you keep them all in line?
Not easy.
I bet it isn't.
Every kid needs to be treated as an individual. I think I take an approach that, there's 25 different personalities, and there's some kids that I can relate to, that I can get into their face a little bit more, or there's some kids that, need a little bit more of a pat on the back. And, it's my responsibility to, to find out what, motivates these kids as an individual, and then collectively that will help the team.
You really have to know each individual player. Do you sit down with them periodically and look at how they're doing and what they have to do to get to the next level?
Yep, I hold individual meetings with our kids, 3 or 4 times a year, pretty much every quarter, I guess you can say. And we're explaining to them, this is where we see you fit in right now. This is where we see that you might be able to play at the collegiate level, or if you're really passionate, you might need an extra year of development. As we recruit kids and kids that are coming into our organization, You know, I don't just really take kids. You know, I mean, a lot of recruiting goes into it. We go and assess their skill set at, you know, if they're playing in high school or prep school, watching games. You know, I'll have individual meetings with kids. You know, I'll talk to kids on the phone for, you know, for an hour or so just to really get to know them, you know, because it's important. It's, you know, I'm a coach, and again, it's very easy for me to draw up the X's and O's, but, you know, these kids also have to hang their skates up one day. And, you know, I really want to help develop their life skills in making sure that, you know, when that day does happen, you know, they've learned something from me personally, you know, that they can remember of, you know, what can be strong for them at that point.
So your role is to try to take them from their present skill set, develop their skills, and the ultimate goal is to place them somewhere in a college hockey program.
Correct. I mean, we want to take the kids. You know, the very easy part for me and for my coaching staff is the on-ice stuff. I mean, you know, it comes very natural to us. You know, we have a lot of very good coaches that are involved with our team, you know, that played Division I professional hockey, have coached, you know, in the past at the collegiate Division I and Division III level. So the on-ice stuff and developing them, getting them ready to understand what the X's and O's need to be at the next level is very easy. You know, the tough part is getting them to understand the commitment that they need.
Sure.
You know, not all, you know, they're still young. They're 17-year-old kids. And, you know, I guess sometimes, not that they take things for granted, but they truly don't know the dedication you need to have every day, you know, of what its expectations are going to be.
Forwards coming out strong. Okay, opposite line, you're back checking. We have one back checking. Make sure your communication level with the defenseman.
Right now, we practice, you know, roughly 4 days a week. We're on the ice for about an hour and 20 minutes per day, you know, during season. You know, pre-season, we had a camp that we do, a conditioning camp that we do for a week before we start our normal practices where, you know, we're on the ice for a little bit longer than that. You know, and then in addition to that, you know, our players are required 2 days a week to have regular workouts. You know, we utilize a local gym in the area. This is the first year that actually I've kind of implemented our players to do spin class and Pilates and yoga's class as well as the regular workouts. So it's a rigorous schedule. I mean, it's a demanding schedule. You know, they're trying to balance their academics. They're trying to balance some work, you know, part-time work as well. So, you know, kids really need to utilize, you know, their time very well and, you know, to give them the best opportunities.
Which is a good discipline to teach them.
It's great. I mean, time management, I think, as we all know, is everything in today's world. You know, you have, you know, your parents that you have to take care of your young kids and you have to balance your job. You know, it's really, really important to have time management skills.
If you are playing teams from New York, New Jersey, Maine, that must mean that you're on the road quite a bit.
We travel, and, you know, what our league does very well is kind of, you know, I guess consolidate our travel. You know, we take about 7 trips this year, which over the long run, it's not too bad, and they're spread out, so it doesn't come all at once. You know, we do league showcases where, you know, we'll all go to a neutral site, and teams will kind of all travel there, and we'll play different teams there as well. So the travel isn't that bad. It's there's definitely travel. You know, a couple weekends ago, we had to travel up to Maine for the weekend, and 2 weeks before that, we were in New Jersey. But, you know, it's part of the experience as well. And, you know, at the college/professional level, there's a lot of travel. This weekend is a very important weekend for us to get our momentum back, okay, to kind of put the stamp on the second part of the season. You know, we have 12 weeks left of the season thereabouts. It's going to go very quick.